Hi, I'm Timmy, and welcome to Sidelick Town. Today in Sidelick Town, we'll see what happens when Paul feels too different. And we'll help Tommy choose a cart. But first, an old cart is coming to pay Corey a visit. It was a loud and busy morning in Sidelick Town. Some licks like being as busy as can be. Corey is not one of those licks. This town keeps getting worse with craziness, he complained. Well, it can't get much worse, assured Jeff. Yes, it can. Look, cried Corey. Corey pointed to an old battered cart at the supermarket. It's Stinky Hugh. No kidding. What is that smell? That's the stench of an annoying old cart, answered Corey. All Stinky Hugh does is beg for attention, one way or another. Hey, Corey, stuttered Stinky Hugh. How about you be nice and introduce me to your friend? I'm Stinky Hugh. Want to hear a story? No thanks, said Jeff. Well, why not, moaned Hugh. Is it because I stink? I don't want to stink. But I started stinking in the army for some reason. I remember once in the army. Could you tell me about that later, please? Fine, have it your way, whoever you are. I'll be back. Corey can tell you that, he threatened. He's extremely crazy. We've got to get him away. Corey spoke to his brother Gary. Why did you buy Stinky Hugh? He asked. I didn't, he said. I have no idea where it came from, Gary confessed, but he can't be that troublesome, can he? I've heard a lot about you, Gary. Stinky Hugh laughed. Corey used to tell us all how bad you were as a kid. Corey snorted. What? Don't worry, I never talked about you at all, Gary. So you didn't like your own brother? Well, no one likes me. Since no one likes us, Gary, now we can be friends. Hey, I can tell you some funny things Corey did in the army. Gary chuckled and listened. But before Stinky Hugh even finished a sentence, he fell asleep, and with his eyes open. Now's your chance, Gary. Get rid of him, ordered Corey. Gary agreed that this cart had to go. He gently pushed the sleeping cart along. But before he left town, Ray crashed into them. Whoa, I was asleep, man, complained Hugh. You didn't look like it, said Ray. Watch it, Shades. Don't backtalk to your elders. And well, what are you laughing at, boy? Nothing, muttered Billy. You guys are so annoying, screamed Hugh. And what stinks? That's the last straw, Corey cried. You guys can feel sorry for the old cart if you want, but I've known him long enough to know that he just wants to bother us. Alright, but go easy on him, said Billy. He's clearly very old, he advised. Good thinking, Billy, congratulated Corey. I know how to take care of this pest. You know what, Stinky Hugh? You don't bug me. I'm better than you. I'm smarter, older, stronger, and faster. Stinky Hugh stammered. Don't you get all nasty too, Corey. In fact, I'll show you how fast I can be. When I beat you, you'll wish you never said that stuff. Corey ran off, and Stinky Hugh trundled after him. They chased each other around the park and zigzagged through the woods. And when they finally reached Sidelick Town, Corey let him pass by. But then Stinky Hugh started to shake. His cage and wheels gave out, and he fell apart. Ah, dang, I should have known that was going to happen. Then he chuckled. But hey, I won! In your face, Corey! Corey rolled his eyes and watched as Ray hauled his old war buddy away. I'm sure he'll be a bit better when he's rebuilt and more stable, said Corey. I'd like to see him less crazy, but I'd rather not see him at all. Tommy is about to go shopping. He wants to push a good cart. But he doesn't know which cart he should get. What about Bacon Chum? Bacon Chum is wise and old. Is he the best cart for pulling groceries? Probably not. Bacon Chum is very old and is starting to fall apart. If he crashes, he could bruise the fruit. What other carts could Tommy use? What about these newer carts? Are they better choices? Probably not. These carts may be new and sturdy, but they are young and misbehave often. They might want to crash and bruise the fruit. Are there any carts that aren't too old or too young for pulling groceries? What about Busty Crust? Busty Crust is a little bit old, but he knows how to behave, and he was recently repaired. Tommy decides to use Busty Crust. Tommy has a successful shopping day, but he knows that everyone and everything, old and new, can be useful. The Licks were very busy. Gary just got a fresh batch of food and everyone wanted to get some. But nobody shopped with Paul. They thought he was too strange. Timmy was also in a hurry. He didn't see some Licks were trying to cross the tracks until it was too late. "My train!" screeched Timmy. "My stuff!" cried Oscar. "And me!" whined Bacon Chum. Corey knew that things were getting too crazy. He saw Jeff, Ray, and Billy pushing 3 carts. "What are you guys doing?" asked Corey. "We're getting our shopping done with," said Ray. "We just need to get all of our carts home." "This is ridiculous. We need 3 carts for one task." "You're all going in the same direction. There are other Licks that need to use these," he explained. "But we have too much to put in just one cart," said Jeff. "We need a bigger cart, or else it'll take too much time to take everything home." Corey beamed. "That's it. We need Paul. He has 3 baskets. If you 3 use him instead of these 3 carts, then 3 other Licks can get the things they need to get done." "I'll go find him," offered Busty Crust. "Once we find that weirdo, he can carry your groceries, Billy." "What? I just like lots of crackers." Busty Crust eagerly rolled to the supermarket. But he didn't find Paul anywhere. "Gary, who's shopping with Paul?" "No one. He just said he wanted some peace and quiet, so he left," said Gary. "Oh, great. At least he won't be too hard to spot," exclaimed Busty Crust. Busty Crust trundled off in search of the triple basket cart. First, he checked Hang Chang Mountain. He knew there was digging going on there, so Paul might be being used there. "Is that huge cart Paul here?" he asked. "Do you mean the one with 3 baskets?" asked Oscar. "He was here a while ago, but he left because we were making too much noise. And he was too big, so he only got in the way." "I know, he's a very strange cart," sighed Busty Crust. "He's totally weird," agreed Pat and Rick. Busty Crust stopped at the factory. He knew it was noisy, but he had to look anyway. "Have any of you seen a long cart pass through?" Tommy laughed. "Yes, he came by, but we didn't want him here." "Why not? Was he bothering you?" asked Busty Crust. "How can a cart like that not bother you? He's ugly," chuckled Mike. "You know, I'm a cart too," protested Busty Crust. "If I had 2 more baskets, would I also be ugly?" "You're ugly already," he snickered. Busty Crust left. He had to find Paul soon. He went to the scissor yard. He wanted to find him, but not here. It was very lonely. Why would anyone want to come here, he asked himself. Busty Crust thought, I suppose this place is better than being teased. I hope Paul is okay. Busty Crust rolled away again, toward the forest. He weaved through trees until he spotted the back of another cart. As he got closer, he saw the cart was longer than other ones. It was Paul. "Paul, we need you back in town," cried Busty Crust. Paul sulked. "Why do you need me? Do you need something to laugh at?" "Everywhere I go, people stare and laugh at me." "The extra load isn't the only problem with being a triple basket cart." "What are you talking about? That's why we need you so much." "We need a cart that can pull more than the average cart." "Then why does everyone act like I'm useless?" asked Paul. I bet they're jealous, smiled Busty Crust. I'm sure that's why they get teased themselves. Everyone just wants others' talents. We're all unique. You really think so? Grinned Paul. Yes, but you can't prove you're unique in here. Show everyone in town what you can do, encouraged Busty Crust. Busty Crust and Paul raced back to Sidelick Town. Jeff, Ray, and Billy moved their groceries into Paul's baskets, and he stopped at each house, getting the job done in no time. Busty Crust also got things home for everyone else. Well done, you two, Corey told them that night. Carts like you ought to stay together. You make a great team. You see, asked Busty Crust, we're all unique, but I guess we're not too different after all.